Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English Listening Podcast. I'm Isabella, and I'm really happy you're here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I'm James, and if you're listening right now, that means you want to improve your English, especially your speaking, so you're in the right place.
Exactly. Today's topic is very special. We're going to talk about how to train your brain to speak in English, not just learn words, not just study grammar, but actually train your brain to think and speak in English naturally.
Yes, because many English learners say the same thing. They understand English, they can read English, they can even write English, but when it's time to speak, their mind goes blank.
That's such an important point, James. And if you're listening and thinking, that's me, don't worry, you're not alone. This is completely normal.
Very normal. And the good news is, this problem is not about intelligence. It's not about talent. It's about training your brain the right way.
Exactly. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't train it to speak English, it won't do it automatically. But if you train it daily, step by step, it will change.
And today, we'll talk slowly, clearly, and naturally so you can listen, relax, and train your brain at the same time.
So don't worry about understanding every single word. Just listen. Let your brain get used to English sounds, rhythm, and thinking patterns.
Before we go deeper, Isabella, I want to ask you something many learners ask me.
Sure, go ahead.
Why is speaking English so hard, even after years of studying?
That's a great question. The short answer is most people study English, but they don't live English in their minds.
Can you explain that?
Of course, many learners learn English by translating. They think in their native language first, then translate into English. That process is slow and stressful.
Yes, I remember that. When I was learning another language, my brain was always busy translating. By the time I wanted to speak, the moment was already gone.
Exactly. Real speaking happens fast. Your brain doesn't have time to translate. So if you want to speak fluently, you must train your brain to respond directly in English.
So basically, the problem is not vocabulary or grammar. The problem is how the brain is trained.
That's right. Think about how children learn languages. They don't translate. They listen a lot. They repeat. They make mistakes. And slowly, their brain connects meaning directly to the language.
That's such an important lesson for adult learners. We often think we're too old to learn like children, but our brains are still very flexible.
Yes, the brain has something called neuroplasticity. It means the brain can change and build new connections at any age.
So if you're listening and you're 25, 35, 45, or even 65, it's not too late.
Not at all. What matters is how you practice, not how old you are.
Let's talk about the first big mistake many English learners make.
Okay.
They wait until they are ready to speak.
Oh, yes, that's a very common mistake.
People say, I'll start speaking when my vocabulary is bigger, or I'll speak when my grammar is perfect.
But that day never comes.
Exactly, because speaking itself is the training. You don't train first and then speak, you speak to train.
That's such an important idea. Speaking is not a test. Speaking is practice.
And practice means mistakes, many mistakes.
Yes, if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not practicing enough.
I love that sentence.
Let's talk about fear. Fear is one of the biggest enemies of speaking English.
Fear of sounding stupid.
Fear of making grammar mistakes.
Fear of being judged.
But here's the truth. Native speakers don't care as much as you think.
That's true. Most people are happy you're trying.
And even if someone judges you, that says more about them than about you.
So how do we train the brain to stop being afraid?
By creating safe English environments, talking to yourself, recording your voice, speaking when no one is judging you.
Talking to yourself sounds funny, but it's incredibly powerful.
Yes, when you talk to yourself in English, your brain starts to accept English as a normal thinking language.
You can describe what you're doing. I'm making tea. I'm opening my laptop. I'm tired today.
Simple sentences, real-life English.
And this helps your brain react faster in real conversations.
Exactly. Another powerful method is listening, but not passive listening.
What do you mean by passive listening?
Passive listening is when English is just background noise. Active listening is when your brain is engaged.
So podcasts like this should be listened to actively.
Yes, listen carefully, repeat some sentences, pause and think about meaning.
But learners shouldn't stop every second, right?
Right, balance is important. Sometimes just listen and enjoy. Sometimes stop and repeat.
I think repetition is something many learners underestimate.
Absolutely. Repetition trains the brain deeply. The first time you hear something, it's new. The 10th time, it becomes familiar. The 50th time, it becomes automatic.
Automatic speaking, that's the goal.
Yes, when you don't think about grammar rules, when words come naturally.
This is where listening practice plays a huge role.
Because your brain learns patterns, sentence structures, common phrases.
And then when you speak, your brain copies those patterns.
Exactly. That's how fluency is built.
I want to ask you something learners often ask me, Isabella.
Sure.
Should learners think in English?
Great question. At first, thinking in English feels difficult, but you don't need full sentences.
Just words?
Yes, images, feelings, short phrases.
Like hungry, busy, excited.
Exactly. Slowly, those words become sentences.
And sentences become thoughts.
And thoughts become natural speech.
That sounds like a process, not a quick trick.
Because it is a process, and that's okay.
If you're listening right now, remember, consistency is more important than intensity.
10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week.
Your brain loves routine.
Yes, daily English creates daily connections in the brain.
And over time, speaking becomes easier.
Not perfect, but easier and more confident.
Confidence grows with action.
Exactly.
Now, James, I want to talk about something very important that many learners don't realize.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Habits?
Exactly. Language learning is not about motivation. It's about habits.
That's interesting because people always wait to feel motivated.
But motivation comes and goes. Habits stay.
So if someone listens to English only when they feel motivated, progress will be very slow.
Yes, but if English becomes part of their daily life, the brain accepts it naturally.
Let's talk about how to build that habit.
The first step is making English small and easy.
Not 1 hour a day?
No, 5 to 10 minutes is enough to start.
That sounds doable for everyone.
Exactly. When something feels easy, your brain doesn't resist it.
Resistance is a big problem.
Yes, the brain wants comfort. If English feels stressful, the brain avoids it.
So we must show the brain that English is safe.
And even enjoyable.
Enjoyment is powerful.
Very powerful. If you enjoy listening, your brain learns faster.
That's why boring textbooks often don't work.
Right. Real voices, real conversations, real emotions. That's what the brain likes.
That's also why podcasts are so effective.
Yes, you hear natural English again and again.
Let's talk about shadowing.
Oh, I love shadowing.
For those listening who don't know, shadowing means listening and speaking at the same time.
Yes, you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately without translating.
It feels difficult at first.
Very difficult, but that's a good sign.
Because the brain is working hard?
Exactly, you're creating new connections.
This helps with pronunciation and rhythm.
And confidence.
Many learners say, I know the words, but I can't say them.
That's because their mouth is not trained.
The mouth needs training too.
Yes, speaking is physical. Your tongue, lips, and jaw must get used to English sounds.
Shadowing trains the body, not just the brain.
Exactly, that's why it's so effective.
Another thing I want to mention is inner voice.
That's very important.
Many learners have a negative inner voice.
Yes, my English is bad, I'll never speak fluently.
That inner voice blocks progress.
Your brain believes what you tell it.
So if you always tell yourself you're bad at English,
Your brain will act that way.
what should learners say instead?
Simple, positive sentences. I'm learning. I'm improving. It's okay to make mistakes.
Not fake confidence, just realistic kindness.
Exactly. Be kind to your brain.
Let's talk about mistakes again.
Yes, because mistakes are teachers.
When a child learns to walk, they fall many times.
But no one says you're bad at walking.
But adults say, I'm bad at English after one mistake.
That's unfair to yourself.
Mistakes mean you're trying.
And trying means learning.
I also want to talk about speed.
Speed?
Yes, many learners want to speak fast like native speakers.
But speed comes later.
First, clarity.
Slow English is good English.
Speaking slowly gives your brain time.
And native speakers don't mind slow speech.
They mind silence more.
Yes, silence makes learners nervous.
But silence is okay too.
It's part of thinking.
Another powerful brain trick is answering in full sentences.
Oh, yes, that's a great one.
Instead of just yes or no.
Say, yes, I do, or no, I don't.
Even better, add one more sentence.
Yes, I do. I like it because...
This trains your brain to expand ideas.
And speaking becomes richer.
Let's talk about listening again.
Okay,
Just like you said, some learners listen to very difficult content.
that can be frustrating.
If you understand less than 50%, it's too hard.
You should understand around 70 to 80%, enough to follow but still challenging.
That's the sweet spot for the brain.
In that zone, learning happens naturally.
Yes, the brain is alert, not stressed. I also recommend repeating the same content many times.
Absolutely.
One podcast, many listens.
Each time you notice something new, a word, a phrase, an idea.
That repetition builds confidence.
Let's imagine a learner listening to this podcast.
They might not understand everything now.
But after 5 listens,
10 listens.
their brain starts predicting sentences.
That's fluency developing.
Prediction is a sign of real understanding.
Yes, your brain knows what comes next.
That's powerful.
Another thing I want to mention is emotion.
Emotion.
Yes, the brain remembers emotional content better.
So learning English should have feelings,
Stories, humor, curiosity.
not just rules.
Rules are important, but emotion makes them stick.
That's why personal topics work well.
Talking about your life, your day, your dreams.
That kind of English stays in your brain.
Exactly.
James, I want to talk about something learners often feel but rarely talk about.
That moment when your mind goes completely empty?
Yes, you want to speak, but suddenly nothing.
It's a terrible feeling.
And very common.
Many learners think it means they are bad at English.
But it doesn't. It means the brain is under pressure.
Pressure blocks access to words.
Exactly. Stress closes the door.
So how do we open that door?
First, by slowing down your thoughts.
Not your speech, but your thoughts.
Yes, take a breath. 1 second is enough.
That pause gives the brain time.
And during that pause, don't search for perfect words.
Search for simple ones.
Simple English is powerful English.
Many native speakers use simple words.
Fluency is not about big vocabulary.
It's about flow.
Exactly.
Let's talk about filler phrases.
Oh, that's a great tool.
Phrases like, let me think, that's a good question, I think,
These phrases buy you time.
and they sound natural.
Very natural.
Using filler phrases reduces panic.
And panic is the enemy of speaking.
Another helpful habit is daily microspeaking.
I love that term.
Microspeaking means very short speaking moments.
1 or 2 minutes.
Talking about anything.
Your plans, your feelings, your thoughts.
This tells your brain speaking English is normal.
Not special, not scary.
Normal.
That's how confidence is built.
I also want to talk about comparison.
Comparison is dangerous,
Learners compare themselves to fluent speakers.
but they don't see the journey.
Only the result.
Everyone was a beginner once.
Even native speakers as children.
Exactly.
So compare yourself only to your past self.
That's healthy comparison.
Am I better than last month?
That's the right question.
Let's talk about environment.
Your environment shapes your brain.
If English is not around you, progress is slower.
So bring English into your life.
Phone language,
Music,
short videos,
social media,
but choose content you enjoy.
Enjoyment again.
The brain remembers what it likes.
Yes.
Another key idea is output.
Output means speaking and writing.
Many learners focus only on input,
Listening and reading are important.
but output activates the language.
It forces the brain to create,
Creation is harder than recognition.
but much more powerful.
Even writing short sentences helps speaking.
Yes, writing organizes thoughts.
Then speaking becomes easier.
Another brain trick is storytelling.
Stories are amazing.
Our brains love stories.
Instead of random sentences,
Tell small stories.
what happened today?
What did you learn?
What surprised you?
These questions guide your brain.
And structure your speech,
Structure reduces fear.
because you know what comes next.
Exactly.
Let's talk about pronunciation fear.
Many learners worry about accents.
But accent is not a problem.
Clear speech is a problem.
Accent is personality.
Yes, clear pronunciation matters more,
And clarity improves with listening and imitation.
not with stress.
Another important idea is patience.
Language learning is slow.
But progress is happening even when you don't feel it.
The brain changes quietly,
One day you notice you understand more.
or you respond faster.
Those are signs of growth.
Celebrate small wins.
They motivate the brain.
Motivation feeds consistency.
And consistency builds fluency.
Everything is connected.
James, let's imagine a real situation many listeners experience.
Okay.
You're in a conversation. Someone asks you a simple question in English.
And suddenly your heart beats faster.
Your brain starts searching for the right answer.
But the harder you search, the more empty it feels.
Exactly. That's because the brain is switching into survival mode.
Fight, flight, or freeze.
And many English learners freeze.
So how do we train the brain not to freeze?
By practicing imperfect responses.
Imperfect responses?
Yes, answering even when you're not sure.
Not waiting for the perfect sentence.
Right. The brain learns speed through action.
Even a short answer is better than silence.
Always.
Let's give an example.
Okay, someone asks, "What do you do?"
Many learners panic.
But you don't need a long answer.
I work in an office. Done.
Simple, clear, successful.
Then you can add more later.
Yes, expansion comes with confidence.
Another thing that helps is memorizing sentence patterns.
Not memorizing long texts.
Just useful patterns.
I think that, in my opinion, one reason is,
These patterns give your brain a starting point.
and starting is the hardest part.
Once you start, the rest flows easier.
That's true.
Let's talk about thinking speed.
Many learners say native speakers think faster.
But that's not exactly true.
Native speakers don't think faster, they think less.
They don't analyze grammar.
They don't translate.
They respond automatically.
And automatic response comes from repetition.
Lots of repetition.
Hearing the same structures again and again.
Using them again and again.
That's why daily exposure is so important.
Not once a week.
Every day, even briefly.
Let's talk about mental images.
That's a powerful brain tool.
Instead of translating words, imagine them.
If you hear coffee, see coffee.
If you hear running, imagine movement.
Images connect directly to meaning.
And remove the native language from the process.
Exactly.
Another technique is answering questions out loud while listening.
Yes, even when you're alone.
If you hear a question in a podcast,
Pause and answer.
your answer doesn't need to match the speaker.
It just needs to be spoken.
That activates speaking mode.
Passive listening becomes active training.
I also want to mention comfort zones.
Comfort zones feel safe but slow learning.
Growth happens just outside comfort.
Not panic zone.
Just slight discomfort.
That's where the brain adapts.
Let's talk about confidence again.
Confidence is not loud speech.
It's calm speech.
Calm comes from acceptance.
Accepting mistakes.
Accepting pauses.
Accepting your current level.
Once you accept it, you can grow.
Resistance slows growth.
Acceptance speeds it up.
Another thing learners forget is rest.
Rest is part of learning.
The brain needs time to process.
Sleep helps language memory.
So learning English is not only studying,
It's also relaxing.
trusting the process.
Yes.
Let's talk about expectations.
Unrealistic expectations cause frustration,
Fluency doesn't happen in weeks.
but improvement does.
Small daily improvement.
Those add up.
And one day, speaking feels less heavy,
Lighter.
more natural,
You start thinking in phrases.
not single words.
And that's a big step.
A very big step.
James, I want to talk about daily routines now.
Routines are powerful for the brain.
Yes, because the brain loves predictability.
So if English appears at the same time every day,
The brain prepares for it.
it stops resisting.
Even 5 minutes at the same time is enough.
Morning listening.
Or evening reflection.
Let's build a simple daily brain training routine.
Okay, step 1, listening.
2 to 5 minutes.
No subtitles at first.
Just listen.
Let the sounds flow.
Step 2. Repeat 1 or 2 sentences.
Out loud.
Not perfectly.
Just clearly.
Step 3. Speak freely for 1 minute.
About anything.
Your day.
Your mood.
This routine trains listening, speaking, and confidence.
And it doesn't feel heavy.
Heavy routines fail.
Light routines succeed.
Another idea is setting speaking triggers.
Triggers.
Yes, small signals.
Like what?
Every time you drink coffee.
Say one sentence in English.
Every time you open your phone.
Read or think one English phrase.
These triggers connect English to daily life.
And that trains the brain subconsciously.
Subconscious learning is very strong.
Because there's no pressure.
Let's talk about thinking in chunks,
Chunks are groups of words.
like at the end of the day.
Or as far as I know.
Chunks are easier than single words
The brain stores them as one unit.
and uses them automatically.
That's how native speakers speak.
So learners should collect chunks,
From listening.
not from memorizing lists.
Exactly.
Another thing that helps is answering imaginary questions.
That's a great solo practice.
Imagine someone asking you simple questions.
What did you do today?
How are you feeling?
Answer out loud.
Your brain doesn't know it's imaginary.
It still trains.
Let's talk about confidence again, but deeper.
Confidence grows when your brain trusts you.
Trust comes from keeping promises.
If you promise to practice 5 minutes,
And you do it,
your brain says, I can trust this.
that builds self-belief.
Big promises often fail.
Small promises succeed.
Success builds confidence.
Confidence makes speaking easier.
Another powerful idea is accepting silence.
Silence is not failure.
It's thinking time.
Native speakers pause too.
Pauses make speech natural.
Rushing creates mistakes.
Calm creates clarity.
Let's talk about emotional safety.
That's very important.
If you feel judged, your brain closes.
So choose safe practice spaces.
Talking to yourself.
Or supportive friends.
Or recordings.
Recording your voice is powerful.
At first, it feels uncomfortable.
But discomfort fades.
And awareness grows.
You hear your progress.
That's motivating.
Let's talk about long-term thinking,
Fluency is a journey.
not a destination.
There is no final point.
Only continuous improvement.
Enjoying the process matters.
Because enjoyment keeps you going.
And consistency wins.
Always. James, we've talked a lot today about training your brain to speak English.
Yes, Isabella. I feel more confident already just listening and thinking about these strategies.
That's great. Remember, the key points are small daily practice, listening actively, repeating, and speaking, even imperfectly.
And accepting mistakes, pausing when needed, and using short, useful phrases.
Exactly. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes.
So every day, even a few minutes, counts.
Yes, and don't forget to enjoy the process. Smile, have fun, and let your brain learn naturally.
I love that. Learning English doesn't have to be stressful.
it can be part of life, part of daily habits.
Absolutely. And remember, fluency is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate small wins, trust yourself, and keep going.
Thank you, Isabella. I feel ready to speak more, even if it's just little sentences at first.
That's perfect, James. That's exactly the mindset we want our listeners to have.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yes, thank you all. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and remember, you can train your brain to speak English.
See you next time.
Bye, and happy learning!